Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome to my Opinionated Facts, a brief overview and review of the newest Cities Skylines DLC, the Parklife DLC. So, as you can see, here we have a brilliant little zoo in our new city. So I'll quickly zoom out, show you the city. This is a new city that I just kind of built to showcase Parklife. And it is, to be honest, it is probably the best content update that City Skylines has had. So I know a lot of people don't like the fact that Paradox does the whole DLC thing, and they think that it all should have just been included in the base game and so on. But to be honest, that's very unrealistic, or that they should give it out for free. I think that's a little bit unrealistic. I don't mind them putting out DLC as long as it adds some content and good gameplay options. So let's quickly run through what we've got in here. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good. It's not too expensive, and obviously they've done their supply and demand assessments to determine what the right price is and how many copies they sell and so on. But just in general, let's have a look at it. It's a pretty decent update. So over here we've got a zoo, lots of content in the zoo itself. So now you actually paint parks like you paint districts. So there you go, Franklin Gardens. At the moment it doesn't have it's got a generic name, but the moment you put a gate in there of one or the other type of park, that then turns into a more appropriate name like Zoological Gardens. So this one started out as Orchard Gardens when I painted it. When I put the gate, it was Orchard Zoological Gardens. Pretty good. There are numerous types of new parks. So you've got zoos, you've got city parks. Let me show you a little bit better example. Just like a city park over here. How does that look? Little park over there. You've got theme parks. Okay, how's that? And then you also have nature reserves. Okay, so all of these are new options. And to make it even better, these level up. So if I click on the gate over here, oops, that's a person, not a gate. If I click on the gate over here, you will see that this park can generate an income. It has a total number of visitors and a total entertainment value from where it will then update, basically, level up is probably the word that we're looking for. So as soon as it reaches 10,000 visitors and it has an entertainment value of 2,000, then it can level up. You see, you can also set a rate. So if we go over here, I've just built the zoo, so it hasn't had many visitors yet, and that's what. But it's got hell of an entertainment value because it's jam-packed full of exhibits. And it's got a $10 entrance fee. So as this visitors tick up, the zoo will level up. If I go to one of the parks, okay, and see over here, there's a little city park over here. Again, we can have a look and see, yes, so it's got good enough entertainment value to level up. So as soon as it gets 5,000 visitors, then it will level up. That's a city park. Okay, so over here, theme park, got 3 stars or something like that. Again, probably just waiting for more visitors. Yeah, as it goes, it's got proper entertainment value. It's charging $7 or whatever the currency in this game is to go and have a look at that. So what do I think about this? I think a lot of the DLCs in the past have not added too much value. If you look at green cities and all those kind of things, it's a few extra buildings, a few extra policies, a bit of extra features. But this DLC is my absolute favorite because it allows you the ability to do something that you've never properly been able to do in this game, and that is fill in blank areas. If you have a look over here, this area that I show over here is typically something that would be not very difficult, but you kind of leave this open because you might have to upgrade this interchange in the future or something like that, so you need a little bit of space. So what do we do? Now you can actually fill in a park, and the park has all kinds of assets in there. A park info booth, a gazebo, any number of other things. The other thing about it is it can also wrap around wrap around at different districts. So if I go to the district view, this is the park view. So you can see this is Kent Grounds. Okay, that one there is Kent Grounds. So this park and these open spaces here is all part of a park, and that means you get the value from a park. Okay, if I go to the district view, that's just a district, but there's parks and districts and they can overlap. Okay, so I like this idea, because what I've also done is over here I've basically intertwine these areas. So again, you can see this is the kind of stuff that you would like to fill in. You leave it open. You don't build a lot of buildings in here because maybe you have to upgrade this road or change the arrangement, but still you want to connect these together, and usually we would have just put some paths or something like that. Now it's a park. It's got some entertainment value, it's got gazebos, it's got climbing frame, it's got all kinds of things. You can make some money off of it if you want to, and people just generally like it. So now it's got a good value. See, people living next to the park has got a nice little high entertainment value from it. Around that park, same thing. Around this park that kind of fully encompasses this thing has some good entertainment value right next door to this. This is obviously giving a lot of entertainment value. The national park is giving good entertainment value. The zoo is giving good entertainment value. So you can see it's not just a plop of a little asset like this one, you know, that's gonna be in the middle of nowhere and have a kind of a ring of influence around it. Not that that's too much wrong with it, but I do love the idea of having the ability to actually tie things together, fill in open areas that you wouldn't necessarily have built into because you're because it's outside of your pattern. And now it's where you can have some very interesting little shapes and patterns and things like that. So I must say I really enjoy this. There's obviously a lot of unique buildings that is joined, new unique buildings that has come in with this DLC, which is not, to be honest, my favorite part of it. It's the fact that we now have something to fill in this with. The other thing that came in with this is something that I haven't actually built in this game just yet, or in this playthrough just yet, is now we've got the ability to do tours. Okay, this is a walking tour. So what I'll do is let's quickly start a walking tour. So I'll start a walking yeah, well, let's start it there, see how that goes. We'll go and walk over here to the viewpoint. We'll make our way over here to the next viewpoint. Come on, how can I not add this stop? What's wrong with this? Ooh, there's something. Ah, no, it did take. There was a bit of a glitch there. Over there, we'll stop at that spot. You doesn't have to stay in the park. You can go outside, have a look at these tall buildings, and then make your way and finish that off. And now there's a walking route. Okay, so there's a walking route, and this adds tourists to the game, and tourists come and like and do their thing over here and so on. Okay, what you can also do is, and I need to add a depot for it, so let's see where I can actually squeeze in this depot. Maybe somewhere over there. We'll squeeze in that depot right over there. There is also now the ability to have tourist buses. So there you go, tourist bus stops there, tourist bus stops over there, tourist bus, where else can you stop? Maybe that's a little bit out of the way, and that's very city park like stuff. Tourist bus stops, where's the entrance to this place? Tourist bus stops there, and tourist bus stops right here, and then goes all the way back. Oh, is there some park action over here that oh, actually come through here. Tourist bus can where's a good spot to stop? Anyway, it's okay, I think something like that. Stops over there and then finishes the route right over there. Perfect. Now let's see the bus come out. Look at that, little touristy double-decker buses going on their route. Nice, I like it. So that's something else. So it also adds tourists to the game. So if we go in here and have a look, do we see anything about tourists? Not necessarily. Oh, these parks also have their own sets of policies, animal ethics and things like that you can add. If we come over here, tourism, these are the tourist hotspots. So now we can see there's obviously no one yet because I've just built these, but now you see where is the tourist appeal. Okay, so there's some high appeal in these areas, a little bit less, but still some appeal. And you can see the natural environment has some tourist appeal all by itself. So that all works pretty well. So I must say, the fact that we now have the ability, and so while there's no park over here, I wouldn't necessarily want to build out all the way onto this roundabout. This area could become a nice new city park. And that's the piece that I like so much, because so many of my cities had these open spaces in there, because I keep the arterial roads unencumbered by accesses, so I typically have a lot of these little open spaces next to roads. See, over here, and all of that can now become parks and have some value, and we don't have to just plop a little four tile park over here or over there. I think this is really good. Really good. So guys, I think I give this a good old thumbs up. It gets my stamp of approval as a good DLC, something that really adds value to it, to the game. And I am looking forward to playing tons and tons more hours of this game. I would recommend you grab it if it's a little bit too pricey. I don't think it's too pricey at the moment. I think there's a lot of value for that money, value for money there. But if it's a little bit too pricey for your liking, then I suggest you wait a couple of months and then pick it up on one of the sales. But definitely worth it. As DLC goes, this would be my favorite now. I liked Mass Transit a fair bit because of the new modes and stuff that it added. But this is really good content. Something that we've all been kind of doing a little bit in our cities, trying to build nice big parks, but haven't been able to do so, and now we can, and it's really pretty good. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Grab it if you don't have it already. Oh, and I must add, some of the mods and stuff are still not quite working, but the guys, most of them are back up and running. Especially the more popular mods. So I think if you give it another day or two, all the mods that you're going to use on a day-to-day basis, the most popular ones at least, should be fully updated. Also, if you do, just be careful for some of your old saved games. If you want to add this to the mix, it might be a good practice to rather just start a new city, or at least make a backup of it. Oh, look at this. So one thing that I should probably mention is that if a fire breaks out in your park, and this is why I built this little park piece over here. If a fire does break out in the park, the fire trucks can't actually get to it, so you need to build yourself one of these fire helicopter things, and they do take a bit of time. So there you go, fire breaking out, and this city park is probably going to be a problem. I've had a bit of fire issues in my parks. This park is caught fire, that park is almost completely burned down, because that's when I found out the fire trucks can't actually get into the park. And so I built this little park with a little pond here for the helicopters to do their thing. But anyway guys, this is a great fun game, the great fun expansion. It's gonna add a lot of value to some of your existing and new cities. And yeah, if you've got some comments in this regard, then please leave it down below. If you've liked this brief overview and review, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more. Thank you, bye bye.